Alright guys, Geordie Prepper here. So this is the next video in the Get Prepared With Me series. This is just a series where we're talking about basic, simple things and things to consider so that you can be ready for pretty much any situation. But obviously there's things going on at the minute now which are probably giving people a bit of information, anxiety, or prepping anxiety, we'll call it. What can I do? What should I be doing? What should I not be doing? So basically I started this video series just to dial things back, keep things really simple, and just talk about things that you can have on you, and you can adjust, your daily, what you're wearing. Basically, we're talking about and dialing this back to your body, and we're making sure that you wear and you use things daily, which if something was to happen, then you've already got on you a very good base, like a very good start, so that you're not caught off guard. So we're talking about shoes today, so I'm going to show you 3 pairs of shoes, and they all have different uses that I'm using them for. But they're all multifunctional, multi-role, and if anything was to happen, I would be very, very glad to be wearing either of these pairs of shoes. So first pair is Black Hammer, and these are very, very cheap, very cost effective. They last a good long time. Now I do a lot of walking, and I use these in my daily job. Or at least I did use them until I got the next pair that I'm going to show you. But the material is very good build quality. The really good thing about these shoes though is the sole. It's very, very anti-slip and hard wearing. And I do a lot of walking, like I said, and it's really important that the shoes that I get have a very good hard wearing sole. The sole of the shoe is probably the best quality of it, actually, and the anti-slip properties. And the next good thing about it is the laces. The laces are really, really good quality. And every pair that I go through of these, I always take the laces off so that I can use them on other boots that might not have as good a quality lace. Or if I have to give somebody a lace, I can just say, here, take these, because they'll last you a long, long time. And they're very comfortable from day one. I've never had a problem with my feet getting sore, I'm on my feet all day and never had a problem with them being uncomfortable. The one point of failure though, which happens on every pair, and if anybody from Black Hammer's watching, I hope you can really do something about it, because it would make a good boot great, is the point of failure is always at the back here at the heel. And eventually it wears through, and then this back section here detaches from the sole here. So it's the only bad thing about this boot. I mean, they class it as a trainer, but it kind of does look like a trainer in some regards, I suppose, but I call it a shoe or a boot. It has the composite toe cap as well. So these would be good in like a warehouse, any sort of environment where you're at risk of things dropping on your feet, or if you do security, these are good. And like I said, all the boots are very cost effective. They're very good. They're at a very good price point. They're not like excessively expensive. So yeah, the only point of failure is the heel here. But I found that with a better pair of socks, that the heel doesn't wear through as bad. So that pair there is the one I've had for the longest time. I think I've had them for like 4 months now, and they tend to only last about 3 with not as good a pair of socks. So really an upgrade to the Black Hammer, and a type of boot that I've wanted to get for a long, long time is Magnum. And people are always raving about these. And I can see why, since I've been wearing these. They're really, really good quality. Very comfortable from day one, like the Black Hammer. The sole's about as good, if not slightly better, than the Black Hammers. Very good anti-slip. I've walked across many types of liquids that have been spilled and I've never felt unsafe about my footing. The build quality, really, really good. The laces are good. It does have a composite toe cap as well. Like the Black Hammers, they're very light. So you could wear these all day. You know, you won't be clonking around in big heavy boots. You know, these are very good. And I haven't really worn them long enough to notice anywhere that's going to be a particular point of failure. But the only really negative thing about them is I don't know if they're maybe just a bit too small for me, or just the way that the tongue is, and you know, this bit here. But they're a bit hard to get on. But you know, I do wear very thick socks with them, like walking socks. So maybe they're just slightly too small for me. But you know, when I've got them on and I'm walking on them, they're outstanding. If anything was to happen, like stuff hits the fan, the two shoes I'll probably be wearing is the Black Hammer or the Magnum. So the next boot though has a very specific purpose and role, and these are just walking, hiking boots. They're from a company called Grisport. I'd never heard of them before I used them, before I bought them. It's an Italian company, supposedly Italian leather. These are really, really good. I use these specifically just for like fell walking, hill walking, or if I'm going to be walking over 10 miles on, you know, around the area that I live in. Sometimes I do go for a long walk, but you know, these the soles are very good, the grip's very good. All three of the boots though that I've shown you, they don't do very well in ice or snow. We have had a bit of that over this winter, so I've used all of them in ice and snow, and they're not that good on them. But obviously, you know, you could get like spikes or something, you know, to improve your grip on ice, and well, specifically ice. If you happen to work in a lot of areas where there's ice, if you live in a colder climate. Build quality, very, very good. The leather's good. Make sure you get products to look after your boots though and your shoes. That's one thing I will say. If you're going to spend some currency on boots, shoes, footwear, make sure you get the products to look after them, because it does make a huge difference to how long they last. So yeah, I mean, I haven't had these or worn these long enough to find a particular point of failure at the minute. But like the other shoes, they were comfortable on day one. I bought all these shoes online, so I wasn't able to see, you know, how they fit before I bought them. But I've never had to send a pair back that I've bought online because they didn't fit. If anything was to happen, there's a high chance that I'm either going to be wearing the Black Hammer, the Magnum, or the Grisport. So if you want to take away basically the point and the message from this video, it's that I've adapted my footwear to ensure that if anything is going to happen, the qualities of the footwear that I wear, or the likelihood that I'm going to be wearing one of these three, is at a much higher degree than previously. So I've got like trainers. I've got other shoes. You know, these aren't all the shoes that I own. I have trainers which I obviously use when I'm working out or running. I've got shoes that I wear when I'm doing social activities. But with everything that's happening at the minute, there's now a higher chance that I'm going to be wearing one of these three shoes. So what I'm saying is that you don't want to be caught off guard in a stuff it's a fan situation or potential stuff hits the fan. You don't want to be caught in a stuff hits the fan situation with your slippers on. You don't want to be caught in a stuff hits the fan situation with shoes that don't give you at least some level of extra protection, because the qualities that are in the Black Hammer shoe with the composite toe cap, you're going to need that extra protection. Social unrest, things happening, you're going to need tough soles, a bit of protection for your feet. If things are really worse, then you're going to need higher level of protection, which the Magnums provide. Composite toe cap, very tough, and ankle support. There's a higher likelihood I'm going to be wearing the Black Hammer or the Magnums, but if I'm able to, and I'm bugging out, then I'm going to be taking these boots with me. So make sure you protect your feet, guys. Make sure you wear appropriate footwear. Maybe change what you are wearing at the minute on your feet, so that if you are caught off guard, you have something that's very, very good in the situation that you might find yourself in. So don't just wear footwear which is appropriate for your everyday activities, whether that's work, recreation. Just maybe think about adapting your footwear so that you have something which goes beyond the activity that you're doing, and maybe a type of footwear that you don't necessarily normally wear, but which has extra qualities to it, which if something is going to happen or does happen, then you're covered on your feet, because your feet are very, very important, guys. People have grand illusions of bugging out, and I think people overestimate their abilities, and the one thing that they don't realize is just how bad your feet could get. And if anything happens to your feet, you're basically going to be in a world of hurt, a world of pain. So that's it, guys. I hope you've got something from this. I have time at the minute to continue the video series, so hopefully the next video is not going to be take as long as what this one did. But the next thing we're talking about is leggings. We're working from the ground up, guys. So we're talking about base layers next, and base layers for the leggings, for your legs, because that's going to be very, very important in an emergency situation. So hopefully you got something out of this video, and just take care, guys. Just be safe and be prepared as always. Geordie Prepper here. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe and share the video too if you did. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and some constructive feedback is always welcomed. The Preppers Discord server is always available to talk to myself and other preppers about prepping and other relevant topics. My other social media is on screen now. You can follow me there, and I usually just use it to post when new videos are available. Don't forget to be safe and be prepared, and also check your preps.